Yeah.
I myself am a skeptic of the 9/11 Commission report. We now have over 120 senior military and senior government officials that have come out and said that the 9/11 Commission report is not up to the task. This includes FBI whistleblower Sybil Edmonds and also Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Schaefer. Co-chairs Keene and Hamilton have gone as far as to say recently that the commission was designed to fail and even to the point of obstruction. Can you now admit that we did not get the best report possible? And also more importantly, as we the people, do we not have an absolute requirement to know what happened on 9/11?
Well, sure. But before I answer the question, just out of curiosity, did somebody send you here?
No.
Because every stop on my book tour, does somebody read something like you just did from a 9/11 thing that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So, and I found on a webpage, somebody forwarded me an email that said, go to Shermer's talks and read something about 9/11. So I'm just wondering, are you one of these plants? Or an opera, 9/11 opera? Just curious. It's okay, I mean, it's a free society, but just wondering. I mean, you're sitting there reading a little statement, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
So,
well,
are you going to answer the question?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll answer.
Definitely not a plant.
Yeah, I mean, you got your camera going, and you know,
Right.
come on, yeah, come on. This is going to be
the
on
official
YouTube
story
tomorrow, right?
is going-
Building 7, Building 7. We did a whole issue of skeptic. In short, the short answer to your question is, even if there's a few flaws or errors or mistakes or unanswered questions in the 9/11 Commission report that doesn't support some other theory, you have to have positive evidence in favor of your theory. Just like the creationists say, oh, if you can't explain the transitional fossil of this or that, the whole edifice of evolution is wrong. David Irving did this with the Holocaust thing. If, you know, he had this. His fans wore this T-shirt that said, "No holes, no Holocaust." What? Well, because there was no holes in the chamber of the ceiling of the gas chamber of Krema 2 at Auschwitz-Birkenau. And if there were no holes in the ceiling, that means the story about the SS guards pouring the Zyklon B pellets into the holes was a lie. And if they weren't gassing people at Krema 2 at Auschwitz-Birkenau, they weren't gassing people anywhere at Auschwitz-Birkenau, which means they weren't gassing anybody anywhere. It means there was no Holocaust. So finding some, by the way, there are holes, and I went there. It's just a dynamited pile of rubble and concrete that Nazis dynamited it. So there actually are places where the holes could be. But this is my experience with the 9/11. If you guys can't explain this one little minutia thing, this guy said that, or they didn't scramble the jets in the time I think they should have scrambled the jets, or if the building didn't fall away, I think it should be falling, even though I don't know anything about buildings collapsing and so on. The only way you can make your case is if you found some explosive devices in the debris. I mean, there was thousands of people rummaging through there. Not one person found any explosive devices. Why not?
Well, Richard Gage, you're talking about architecture, and Richard Gage, architect and engineers for 9/11 Truth, will be here next month. If anybody's interested in
Here we go. Here we go. We got the
structural
commercial.
redundancy and free fall speed.
Look, here's the thing that you can do, any of us could do. The 9/11 truthers claim that the buildings fell just like intentionally demolished buildings. No, they don't. And you can check it with a Google search on Google Video or YouTube video. Just type in demolished buildings. You'll find hundreds of videos of buildings collapsing intentionally. And they all collapse like this. Boom. The World Trade Center buildings, down right from where the plane hit.
Right.
So, either the planes hit and they had the explosive devices all set up at just the right floors because they knew where the planes were going to hit, and then they sent them off at just the right time after the plane hit, and so on.
You're
Or
putting
that
forth
isn't
a
how
lot
it
of
happened.
theories. I'm not putting
Next
forth
question.
Next question.